Hi guys! I was gonna wait before putting up another video, but another box came in. Oh, isn't it the cutest little box? I already know what's inside, but we'll do the unboxing. And I love this box. I'm gonna decorate this box, and I've got another box that's just like this, and maybe I'll make a set. I just don't know what purpose to put them to. I welcome your sane suggestions. I wanted to mention wizards. Wizards, not you're a wizard, Harry. I'm talking about the Tales of Arcadia series on Netflix that started with Troll Hunters and then went to Three Below. And now, after a long wait, Wizards is now up. My husband was actually really looking forward to Wizards. He happens to prefer medieval stuff over the techno-punk stuff. And currently is very disappointed. But we really enjoyed Troll Hunter. But specifically out of the show, I wanted to talk about Merlin and my thoughts on the character of Merlin. And I have been stewing over these thoughts ever since he was first introduced in Troll Hunters. And if you don't know what I am talking about, I highly recommend that you hit up on the shows. And, you know, they're not bad. They're not bad. I might throw in some thoughts about the writing as I talk about this. So, Merlin. And by Merlin, I am talking about the Merlin. The Merlin. Normally, when you think of Merlin, you think of, well, I don't know, like the guy in The Sword and the Stone. Long beard, little daft, kooky, really old. Really, really old. Or, like Dumbledore. I've always thought that Dumbledore might have been modeled off of how we picture Merlin. The Merlin TV series out of Britain that you can also see on Netflix right now was kind of interesting because it gave us a young twist on Merlin, which, by the way, is not actually how the legends go. You certainly, at least I certainly don't think of Merlin how he is in the Arcadia series, which is a complete fucking asshole. My God, I just want to take my 3D avatar, pop her in there, go pow, pow, pow. Oh, you still think you know everything? And then take a big nailed club and just be such a jerk. Which makes him an interesting take on the character. Whenever you write or create a character, or an actor gets on the stage and is able to carry this through, and the character is a villain, and people both like and hate him, or the character was made to be hated and irritating, or really evokes some sort of emotion out of the audience, you've done a good job. So Merlin is pretty well done. He is a self-important, won't listen, doesn't care what you think, pretty much looks down on most people. Ass! He kind of reminds me of a lot of people I have met over the years. I imagine that the author, let me double check the author's name. I probably am completely mangling this. Guillermo del Toro, okay? Who has been the creator. I imagine that he wanted Merlin to be this way, and it's just not the way we normally portray Merlin. If we do have an older Merlin that knows a lot, he's more of a get off my lawn type, not the I know everything and you are beneath me even explaining or listening to. He's not even going to listen to you. I don't care for his 3D design very much. Oh, the hair is great. He does indeed look old. He doesn't look as old as some, but people carry age better than Hollywood would like us to believe if they take care of themselves. I don't like that he wears armor all of the time. Maybe it was supposed to make him look cool, but it doesn't really lend to the feeling of I am Merlin. It lends more to I am a really old Sir Lancelot or something. But I mean, it's cool looking army. It's cool looking. It's just what? He's not a he's a pretty, you know, pretty well articulated and portrayed character, and I think that's a good thing, you know, to see it, especially when you know, I guess maybe it's my age, maybe it's the fact that I've spent too much time watching TV. I don't know. But there is so often that I will be very disappointed by something because it will be an expected outcome these days, or they will rehash jokes and things that I remember clearly, uh, you know, locks, but I grew up watching all of these Three Stooges and stuff. I understand that a lot of the younger generation are not going to be familiar with some of the routines, but it still turns a lot of media into a big snore. Uh, Another thing about the writing lately, something I pointed out to Tim, a couple of remarks were made in Wizards, and it was, you know, a pop reference pun and stuff. And Tim, who had been looking forward to this series, was like, really, really, and he's falling asleep watching it. And I'm telling you guys, it's not our age that's making us not enjoy this, except for the fact that we are bored by the constant pop reference notions, and we are bored by the same old all of the time. And the only difference is, instead of a blue-skinned alien from outer space, it's a troll. If, like, for example, the end of Three Below, Tim's like, yeah, I knew that was going to happen because it's the same formula as the first one. And I'm like, well, here's the thing, you know, the creators and writers have a deadline. Whenever you enter in contract to do a series, you have a deadline, and you have a finite space they allow you. With the novels, it would be, you know, a finite amount of words with the big guys. So I guess that makes me very happy that I remain independent. I am taking what I'm observing, so that because I am about to go start revamping Chapter 2 of Akashic and go back to production. If you didn't know, Chapter 1 of Akashic for me wrapped up. It hasn't wrapped up on the website, but it's about to in a couple of weeks, maybe a month. But for me, it wrapped up, and I'm on hiatus preparing things, and of course I was developing RBT cards and everything, and because I have to switch back and forth because there's the second comic, and I unfortunately cannot work on it because my desk is just a little fucked up and it's a hand-drawn item. But anyway, the point is, I'm taking everything I observe, and I'm taking the skills that I gained from watching this stuff and thinking carefully about this stuff, so that when I return to my own projects, I don't want to either make the same mistakes, or at least want to learn enough so that I can improve. And that's how Merlin ties into my unboxing. Oh, yes, I do intend to talk more about media, because I'm so into it. But I don't see myself becoming the media hound of some of these people that I watch, the theorists and history buffs. It's just, if I have a thought on how something is done, I'm going to share it more often. This is by request, and also the fact that I don't know, it's on my mind, and it's more to talk about than your same old now, isn't it? So I am unboxing. I just pulled out the paper. Let me do this again for you. Paper. What do I have? You want to guess? 3, 2, 1. Oh, you know what it is. Come on. Yep. It is the second batch of prototype RBT cards that I had mentioned in my other RBT card video. And I had ordered 2 full packs. And I am going to only unslip one. What's really nice about these cards is they give me this cute little thing. I don't know if you ordered it, if you would get it. I don't know, but I get it. I like it. It's just this cool little thing, so I can tell what it is. Printed in the USA. Isn't that cool? Yeah, printed in the USA. Ah, made in the USA. Made. Okay, I'm done. Alright, so remember how I had said I had fixed the back so they would be more round. The round. And it's pretty consistent printing, just like last time. I mean, the quality, I like the quality. I really like the quality on these. But they're round. They're round. And now we're going to go through the cards one by one and be very boring, and then I'm going to sign off and go do my beauty routine, which involves working out and all sorts of stuff at 3 in the morning. Yes, 3 in the morning. Okay, here we go. Fred Cyber, which was last time. Now, I had improved the card and the look of it a little bit, so it looks nice. I feel, okay, so I'm going to go through the anatomy of the cards really as quickly as possible. We have what type it is, history that might pertain to how the world works, which I had decided the cards would have these little comic book tidbits. I mean, this is not Magic the Gathering, you know, so I thought it would just be better if it had important stuff. In this case, it has how his cyber eye and the little drone that goes with it works. And then down here, because I thought that it would be helpful if you wanted to do quick glance, there's a symbol that tells you what type. So instead of having to read, you look down, you see the symbol for augment. This one is for augment. This one I had a lot of fun making. Infotron. It's a thing. And it's a very important thing in the world, but a thing that gets taken for granted. But it's like a cell phone, kinda. Now, what's really nice about this is, if you didn't know, I do most of Akashic with 3D. The model for the Infodron was made by my good friend, Jenny Anderson, who used to be part of the Akashic team. And we have Mysterious Bottle. A mysterious bottle appears. Now, this bottle does indeed have something to do with the history of the storyline in Akashic, but it probably won't come out why this bottle is a bottle until much, much later. A Celestial Magic Healing card. I had so much fun making the artwork for this one. And I'm thinking with the Celestial Magic cards, they're going to be a little uniform. Ooh, I've got to fix that. I don't like that. They're going to be uniform, so they're always going to have the symbol. And the symbol will be different according to the spell. That will, one, make it easier to identify at a glance. I'm really annoyed that lost it, because all of them are supposed to have a star. Let me show you. See how there's a star in the corner? And I didn't realize this is why you get your prototypes. This one lost its star, so I've got to go in and correct the file and fix it, and then I'll have to order more, but I probably won't unbox those because you've seen them. We've seen how they look. But this one is called I Feel Happy. I think I'll take a walk. Planetary Overkill, this particular action, it's an action, was my husband Tim's idea. Yes, it is indeed a exploding planet. Pirate Ship with Skull, another important thing in the comic. Another action, Ticket to Ride, which is pertains to, I'm thinking the action cards will always have something to do with the chapter that they come after. I know that Magic the Gathering used to do that. It used to have like books that went with the cards, but in my case, it's the cards go with comics. So here's a Melee Magic, and that is based off of a panel in the comic. I'll try to get you a closer look. Yeah, that's the kind of artwork that's in the comic. Wish you could see it better. Focus. If you wish to donate a really better camera to me, I'm down with it. And then what every pack will have will be these two cards. One is an portable oops table, because in the game there is a item called an oops table, and basically it's if you freaking make a mistake, you're going to roll and see what happens. And you use a d6 in the d6. Well, sex is Latin for the number 6, but a d6 in the game. 1, if you roll a 1, is total chaos. This entire table happens to you. 2, stuff breaks, including your arm, depending on what you're using at the time. 3, random explosions. They just kind of happen around you. 4, epic mistake. And there's a list of, you know, the game encourages you to be creative. You know, you can make up your epic mistake. Oh my God, I just sneezed and a butterfly on the other side of the world flapped its wings at the same time, and that's why everything's falling apart. It's your epic mistake to make, but we do suggest punching yourself in the face or grabbing a rubber chicken. And 5, if you roll a 5, then you are stunned, because every game must have stunned. And 6, you got lucky. So that's your oops table. And because it occurred to me that it would be really difficult to always have to open the book to get to the oops table or whatever, or have a piece of paper lying around, when you could just have it as a little handy dandy little card. And then last but not least, the explaining card. And what the explaining card has on it is the symbols for the 4 card types, which are action, melee magic, and celestial magic, and things. Not items, things, because of all the things. It's just a thing. It's just a thing, just a thing. And then it goes into that, and a little bit about the cards. And the cards are color coded, so it has the color coding for you right there. Right there, if I could just learn to point. So there's the latest batch of cards, and I have seen a mistake I have to fix. Well, that was it. I invite your thoughts about Merlin. It's just my thoughts on the whole matter, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll go from there. I'm gonna go